She was supposed to pick up her daughter at 10 a.m. Sunday morning, but never showed up. No calls, no text, nothing. Well, maybe there was an emergency, you might think, but no, she was on vacation. Now, of course, Dad waited because he didn't know this, right? He didn't know what was going on at the time, but when he found out, he filed a report for abandonment of a child because she didn't let him know and she decided to not follow the court order. And Dad, at this point, is playing by the rules. But then she gets back from her little vacation and decides to call the police to go to Dad's house and enforce the order for her to get her daughter because she comes back in the middle of her custody time. Now, what you guys are about to witness is how this father ended up tased with a resisting arrest charge, and on top of that, an interfering with custody exchange charge. And there are a few lessons to learn here, but the main lesson I hope that most men understand, it's a bitter cup of coffee to swallow, is that the system, and in this situation, the police, will always most likely enforce paperwork and not fairness, especially when you're the father, unfortunately. The title of this video is Arrested When She Breaks Custody Agreement. Shout out to Lackluster. No wasting time. Let's get it.
I don't see why y'all come to my house, but when I call, y'all don't go do nothing at her house. They don't do nothing to the women that's in violation, but like I said,
the moment that you do something, they're going to come at you.
She's the one that needs to be in jail. She did it.
I agree.
Not me.
Everything you're doing is the right way, but we do have to arrest you.
I wouldn't give y'all my child if my life or your life depended on it.
Welcome back.
It's my sergeant that's
But then your sergeant is you need another sergeant.
To the Lackluster channel. In April of 2025, two uniformed officers of the Milwaukee Police arrive at a viewer's home to inquire about a child custody issue.
I don't know, I guess you called yesterday. Something happened between you and, what's her name?
Whatever.
We're supposed to pick up the child?
I'm picking up my child. I don't have to give y'all my child.
Okay, well, I guess there's like some kind of court mandate in place?
I'm going to state this one time only. Okay? Please don't touch my property. If a person violates the court order, correct? Then they are liable. I don't see why y'all come to my house when it's call y'all, but when I call, y'all don't go do nothing at her house.
I have no idea what happened.
I don't give a f. That's what the rules are, and that's how y'all been playing. Do not come to my property. Stay away from my property. This is private property. Do not come on my land. Nothing. Don't come here about this bitch. This whatever she files, see her in court. That's all she can do. I wouldn't give y'all my child if my life or your life depended on it. No, I'm not.
I'm not here to get your child. I'm just here to see that the mother comes and picks up the child.
She can't come to my house. If she comes to my house, I'll split her shit.
When we are here,
she can't come to my property.
That's part of the court agreement.
No, it ain't. No, it ain't. The court agreement is the bitch was supposed to pick my child up on Sunday. She went on vacation and violated the court order. I don't owe her anything.
I believe the first mistake here, and by the way, we're going to run this all through Miss Coffee, our AI system barista, most likely scenarios. If he would not have responded, answered the door, I believe that was the very first mistake made here on his part. Now, let's keep listening.
I would not have my child if she would have obeyed the court order. And y'all know that. So guess what? You're not coming to my home. You're not coming to my home. I'm not asking to come into your home. I'm just asking to talk to you. Well, you talk to me, and that's it. I went to 7th District. I filed a report on her for abandonment. Mm-hmm. I gave the officer when they called. I gave them the police report. Do you want to see it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, stay here.
Bobby returns a moment later with a police report from the day prior, showing that the child's mother had failed to pick up the child.
Sunday at 10 a.m. So guess what? She violated the court order. And then when she gets back from going out of town, then she wants to come here and come down and file shit with y'all.
You know why I said that? Because a lot of people are going to say, well, why are you blaming him? This is the result of understanding that the system isn't looking out for your best interest in the sense of hearing you out in a lot of cases. And so here he showed proof. And will they change their tune? FathersHaveRights.com is the sponsor of this channel, where our expert attorney put it plainly. Every marriage ends. Yes, every marriage ends. It ends in death or it ends in divorce. That's why people have a will, life insurance, and that's why you should have a prenup. It's not about expecting the worst. It's about being responsible enough to prepare just in case. And if you're engaged, proposing, or soon to be married, click the link pinned to the top of the comment section to take the first step. Don't wait, join the hundreds of future husbands protecting their marriages the right way. Let's keep watching.
You can't abandon and break. And I'm gonna tell you how sick it was. On the 15th, my mother died.
I'm sorry to hear that, sir.
Thank you.
Sorry
On the
about that.
15th, my mother died. I sent her a message. We only communicate through our family women.
Right, because that's what the court gave you.
Yes. I'm gonna show you what this sent me for my mother dying. See, that's why she sent me this today. Where can we meet to pick up Jada? Eat it. That's what you can do. You'll never get my daughter as far as I got her. That's me, as you can see. I said, my mother just died. I can't be alone now. I need my child. Can I get her? My condolences. We will stick to the order. She will see you on Thursday morning at 10 a.m. So you see, she's a dirty bitch. My mom died, and this wouldn't let me get my own daughter. And then she goes out the next week and violates the court order. Violates it, go out of town, go suck, go party, do all your shit. And then when you get back today, you want to come and send me the message about, oh, what can I get my daughter in for? Eat it.
I got you.
Eat it.
See this green real quick? I'll bring it back to you shortly. Let me just go call Supervisor because she violated the court order.
She did. And I filed.
Yep.
Like I said. So
they acknowledge there, they see the proof, they see the documents. Let's keep watching.
lets you know how dirty she is. I'm like, she wouldn't, as you seen with your own eyes,
Yep.
she gonna stick to the court order. My mama died. I'm sitting here, listen, it was so bad. And I know I ain't got to show you all this, but it was so motherfucking bad. This is what I did. This is what I had to do. This is what I had to do. This is what I had to sit in the house and look at for over 3 hours. Because that's how long it took them to come get my mama. And when I asked the officer, I said, hey, this ain't a murder. I said, could I at least get her up off? She's on the kitchen floor. I said, can I
Wow. His mother was on the floor. That's sad. That's sad.
at least pick her up and put her in the bed? They said, we can't allow you to do that.
Wow.
So I had to sit in the house with my mother's body for over 3 hours, just on the floor. And then, and like I said, I hit this up like, hey, before I got over there to my mother, I hit this up like, hey, I think that's her. No, that might not be her. No. So I hit her up like, hey, my daughter, my mama just died. I don't want to be alone. I ain't got no family here. You dig what I'm saying?
If I were in your same shoes, sir, I'd be the same way.
That's it. So like I said, I'm following the court order because like she said, she's sticking to the court order. But then you turn around and violate it. So like I told the officer that called me, I don't know who he was. Mm-hmm. I told him flat out, I said, how the would I have my daughter on a Tuesday if you came and got her Sunday per the court order? You dig what I'm saying? So it's cool.
I get what you're saying.
It's cool for you to violate the shit, to go all willy-nilly out of town and do your thing.
But all of a sudden you do, and all of a sudden,
but see,
I got you.
But I ain't violating nothing. You left it with me, and I'm doing what a father's supposed to do. I was supposed to be at work Sunday, because I go to work Sunday after I drop my daughter off. You out of town. So guess what?
You miss work.
Exactly. So I done lost money and everything.
So this is part of the, and I have to voice this out. I'm sorry, I keep pausing it, but this is part of the frustration is here she is, doesn't care how she's affecting his life. His whole life is adjusting based on her abusing the system, knowing that she can get away with these things. He's had enough. He's had enough. You're looking at a father who's been dealing with this for long enough, and he's had enough.
So I'm sitting here with my child because you didn't do your part. So you come down there to file this today when you should already. Listen, this is how ignorant she is. I picked my daughter up on Thursdays from the daycare, okay? So literally, this dumb could have
But I want you to
took her vacation on Sunday, if she wanted to, and caught her flight. You know, she could have booked the afternoon flight. You get my daughter at 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
I've never been late. So you could have booked your flight for 2 o'clock, whatever, on a Sunday. And you literally could have been going to next Sunday because I pick her up from the daycare. I don't see you. So I'm getting it from there. All you had to do was have whoever do what they do. You dig what I'm saying? And you could have been covered. But instead, you booked the trip to leave out on a Thursday to go to a Tuesday.
Give me like 2 minutes real quick.
Yeah,
just give us a little bit, all right?
So as you can see, she violated, not me. I agree. I never violated.
I agree.
The officers returned to their cruiser, claiming the need to call a supervisor, and return about 8 minutes later.
Who is this?
Are you mom?
You going inside?
Yeah.
Yeah, go right ahead. Could you tell Mr. Bobby if he could come out and speak to us when you get a chance, please?
While waiting, the officers discussed their abilities regarding property.
Because we can't go past the fence line. You know that, right? We can't go past the fence line. Unless, obviously, when we're taking him into custody. We can, but...
A moment later, Bobby returned.
Did you guys hear that? The cop, if I heard him correctly, was talking about how they can't get into his property unless if they have reason to arrest him. You need a damn good reason if someone doesn't answer the door and you're a police officer to break that door down, which is essentially what you'd have to do if no one was answering. And again, we're gonna run that with our AI system barista, Miss Coffee. Let's keep watching.
Thank you for your patience, sir. I appreciate it. We'll give this back to you. So this is where we're at. I just spoke with my supervisor. He said that everything you're doing is right. You went and got it submitted. You got everything done. Did you do a petition to report her to the court system?
The officer, CeeLo, he said they presented it to the DA or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I don't know the system.
Yeah.
All I know is I was supposed to report it, and I did that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You did get the
So
right thing.
do I need to do something else?
Well, are you trying to get full custody of her?
I
Are you trying to?
I don't mind full custody. Like I said, if y'all you see the problem.
I see. Clear as day.
And like I said, she keeps this woman. What she does is she does this type of. She done filed 3 restraining orders on me. I've won all 3. You know, 3 ain't winning restraining orders here like that. I don't want 3 in a row. I just
This man's fed up.
had one a couple of weeks ago, right? And I won that one. She lies and she plays the victim. Now, after y'all tell her to suck my, what's gonna happen is she gonna leave from y'all precinct and she gonna go down to the district and try to do the same thing again. And then they'll call me with the same threats that called me talking about earlier. I gave you the number, like, dude, I already did my job.
Yeah. So here's where we're at. I just spoke to the supervisor. She's in violation, 100%. There's no questions, no ifs or ands whatsoever.
Right.
She's in violation, but right now you've done everything right. You've reported it. I don't know what your intentions are. If you want to get her arrested, if you want to get her,
I would like her arrested.
You like her arrested?
Yes.
And then if you would like full custody of your child, I don't know what your situation is on that. So you're doing everything the exact
But
way.
can y'all arrest her? Because she did violate it.
So here's where we're at with that. So this is going to, like you said, that's going to the district attorney's office. That goes to the family court because that's separate than the criminal court. So once it goes to family court, they're going to take a look at it. And I don't know.
She's done it more than once, and they dismissed the other one and didn't do nothing. They don't do nothing to the women that's in violation. But like I said,
the moment that you do something, they're going to come at you.
Unaware of it at the time, Bobby was foreshadowing the very events that would soon change everything.
yes, because I'm like, they don't go to her house. She do something, they don't go to her house or do anything. They here at my house though.
Right.
It don't make sense.
Yeah, so everything's being done the right way. But the sergeant said that in order for you to continue to look good, we do need to have her just go back with mom.
No,
just
I'm not
today,
doing that. No,
just
I'm
today,
not doing that because
for now.
she violated it. And
I
so
agree.
therefore,
I agree.
So therefore, she was in violation.
Sir,
I had to
I
take off
agree.
work and do everything to.
You don't
to
got to
keep my
convince
daughter.
me. I agree 100%.
So I'm not. No, my
But this
daughter's
is the
still
way.
where she's at.
This is the way the report's going to be written up. In this report, we're going to write that you were cooperative with this whole thing. You reported this. I can reference that case number from the report that you went to
She'll
district.
get my daughter back Sunday when it's time for me to go back to work.
So let me just finish this real quick. Everything you're doing is the right way.
He's not giving that child up. It from the energy, you can already tell that he's ready to put up a fight, at least, a bit of a fight.
But if we do not hand her over, I don't want to do this, but we do have to arrest her. I do not want to do that, honestly, because you're doing everything the right way.
You cannot arrest me if she violated. No,
sir, I agree, sir.
You can't arrest me if she violated because she did this.
Sir,
you can't put me in jail for her. Go get her. She's the one that needs to be in jail. She did it.
I agree.
Not me.
You don't got to convince. It's my sergeant that told
Well,
me.
then your sergeant is a dumb. You need another sergeant because if y'all can easily see, and I got everything in writing.
I agree. I am
so
not
therefore,
arguing
I did not do anything.
I agree.
She is in violation. I'm not going to jail. Look, I don't want to fight y'all, but I will because I didn't do anything.
Yeah. I don't want to fight the police, but I will.
I stood up. I took off work. I took off work because she left. You can't violate the order when you want to, and then I pay for it. No, that's not fine.
I agree.
It's not.
I agree, sir. But if you just hear me out. This is all stuff that you can put into the report.
I'm not. Listen, we can put that in, but I'm not going to jail. And my job is to protect my child.
I agree,
and I did that.
Sir, I have daughters, and I do not want to do this because I agree. I agree what you're doing. Everything is the right way. You're working. You're providing for her. I do not want to arrest you. But the thing is right now that we have this set
Then
up.
why didn't they arrest her when she violated? And I went and filed. Why did they not?
Because at this point...
No, you cannot say, we ain't arrest her, but we can arrest you. No. We're done talking.
Sir, you can't leave.
So I want you guys to see. He grabbed him by the hand there and says, sir, you can't leave. After the father there says, we done talking. This is why I was saying earlier that the mistake was him even having a conversation with them in the first place, which is a lesson to learn here. Miss Coffee, we're going to talk to our assistant barista, Miss Coffee here. What do you think so far of this situation?
My take on the situation. Bobby wasn't wrong about the unfairness, but he misjudged the system he was dealing with. He did everything a reasonable father would do, documented the violation, filed the report, even showed evidence of emotional hardship. But once police are called to enforce a custody order, they're not judging fairness, they're executing authority. Their job in that moment isn't to weigh who's right, it's to keep the peace and follow the latest court directive on paper. That's why they told him, everything you're doing is right. But we still have to arrest you. From a human perspective, that sounds insane. From a legal standpoint, they're simply bound by liability and procedure.
Okay, I'm glad she at least acknowledged it. From a human perspective, when you're watching this, it does look and sound insane, this whole situation.
Procedure. 2. Law enforcement will always default to the written order, not the emotional context or past violations. In family court enforcement, police aren't the court. They can't decide who violated first or which side's story makes sense. All they can see is the last valid custody order on file. So if mom shows up with an order that says dad must release the child, officers are required to act on that, even if she violated the same order last week. In short, fairness doesn't matter to them, enforceability does. That's why lawyers and judges always say, if the order changes, file a modification. Don't handle it yourself. 3. Yes. Opening the door was likely the critical mistake. The moment he engaged, it became a consensual encounter. Police can then escalate from conversation to detention if they claim non-compliance or interference.
Right.
Had he simply spoken through a door or declined to engage without counsel, the encounter probably would have ended as a report, not an arrest. It's counterintuitive, but in civil disputes like custody, less contact is safer until your attorney or the family court clerk can verify the enforcement terms.
Now, what we can't do here is pretend like we haven't seen the numerous videos of mothers refusing to allow the father to spend time with these kids. Could it be that all these women know the procedural approaches a little bit better than the men do? Okay, maybe, right? I can maybe give you that. But would a mother in this same situation get this same type of very no-nonsense treatment? Most likely not.
4. Emotionally, this is the nightmare every good father fears. He wasn't violent. He was grieving, tired, doing what the law told him to do. But the system often punishes emotion in men, especially when they challenge procedure. That doesn't excuse the escalation, but it explains the dynamic. Men are expected to stay calm while being disrespected by the very rules they followed.
Let's keep watching.
You can't
Please, get your hands off.
No, sir.
Get your hand off. Get your hand off.
Sir, right
Don't
now,
touch me.
you're under arrest.
I'm not under arrest.
Yes, you are. I need you to understand. I don't want to
Don't
arrest
touch me, man. I didn't do nothing.
I don't want to arrest you.
arrest at this
I
point.
don't want to
don't-
arrest
I'm not under arrest. I didn't do nothing but protect the child.
Don't want to
So
arrest
just let
you.
me go.
Sir, I agree, but I don't want to do this.
Then don't.
Can we have her come back with mom then?
No. I didn't do anything.
You're under arrest.
I'm not under arrest.
You're under arrest, sir. Sir,
You can get off me.
sir.
I don't.
This guy just pulled out a taser and he's pointing it at him.
I want to do this, sir.
I didn't do nothing,
Hands
man.
behind your
I
back.
know. Look.
Hands behind your back.
I'm not putting my hands.
Hands behind your back. Hands behind your back.
You can do it if you want to.
Sir.
Do it if you want to, and they're gonna.
I don't want to do this, sir.
I'm not doing. I didn't do anything. You have to go with her.
Taser still pointed at him while the other officer's holding him.
You have to work with us.
I'm not working with y'all on this.
Come on, please. Sir, come
You
on.
can't hold me.
Come on.
Twisting his arm.
You can't hold me.
Sir, there's no reason for any of this.
Oh, it's reason if you talking about arresting me over her.
Nope.
What you gonna do? Shoot him off?
Taking him down.
I'm not. Hold me.
He's down. So at this point, the police have him on the ground. They've tased him while he's on the ground. And that's where this whole situation has led to.
Can I get your hands behind your back?
Please, sir.
I didn't do nothing.
No, do not. Put it down. Just keep it in your hand.
Is that her? Help me! Help me!
It's okay. We can keep it in here.
He's calling help towards a neighbor, I believe.
You got the handcuffs.
We can keep him here. He's not moving.
Yes! I know. Look, just take her. Get off me. Just take her. Here.
No, we're past that.
We're past that.
We're past that. I asked you kindly.
No, because
I didn't want to
y'all
do
know
this.
This is wrong.
I didn't want to do this.
We didn't want to do this,
This
sir.
is wrong.
And I told you the right way to go about it, but
I
you didn't want to
do it
listen.
the right way.
I explained it further, and you didn't want to do that. Give me your right hand.
Stand me up and I'll let you go.
No,
Stand me up.
you're not standing up.
You done already hit me with a taser.
Sir, because you
Sir,
were...
I didn't want to do this,
How many
sir.
times have you told me that you're going to fight us?
What the fuck would you do for your child?
I would do it the right way.
I did it the right way.
And I explained to you further the best way to do it.
But
Did I not?
But y'all did not arrest her for violating.
Because I told you what needs to happen. I was trying to tell you everything. I gave you multiple chances.
And you sit here as a man and do all of this when she violated it.
And I already told
we
you
didn't
the right
want
way.
to do this, sir. We didn't want to do this.
Are you going to give me your right hand?
Please, just give us your hand.
Where's the backup? Where's Supervisor?
Stand me up and I will.
No.
Just stand me up.
No.
Just stand me up.
Sir,
Sir,
we're past that point.
So now you
just
want
please, just give us your hand.
7451, are you trying to call?
George, lock my house up.
Are you in route 320?
Well, to slow down. All right, one more this side. We're gonna help you sit up from here. Put things away.
Pick my papers up, George.
Temper.
7220. Can you get Michael? Approximately 4 years of age. Taser deployment. Let's get the supervisor out here.
Look at my phone, George, and call Diane.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
He just hit me with a taser.
We'll walk over to our squad. We'll walk over here.
Temper.
Can we go over here, sir?
I need a moment.
You need a moment?
Your taser.
Yeah.
Slow down. Y'all had him in custody too. Temper.
They did.
Okay, you did.
They did.
Okay, all right.
They hit me with a taser, but they sit here and tell me that this I found she broke the child or court order.
Dang, they came in deep. Now, I think part of the reason they do this, and a lot of you may know this, is that DV cases are actually some of the most dangerous cases that the police encounter. I think, if not the most dangerous. You may not think this is a DV case exactly, but this is within the same realm of like family turmoil. You know, people are very protective and emotionally driven when they want to protect their families, their children. And I think that's the reason. I still think it's over. This whole situation, obviously, guys, is overkill, and they should get in trouble for this.
Got all the paperwork there, and then they turn around and tell me that they're gonna arrest me even though she violated. And they sitting here saying she violated. They sitting here saying this left and went out of town. I had to take off work. Last week my mama died, and this wouldn't even let me get it from my mother. And they seen it. They seen it.
We got a supervisor that's coming, okay?
And they just hit me with a taser because I'm protecting my child.
Right.
What the is wrong with you people? When I reported it, they didn't arrest her. They didn't arrest her. She came and reported this shit today. She just got back in town today. I didn't have to take off work to keep my child.
Now, you guys are listening to him talk, right? Keep in mind that this is a man who just lost his mother. Last week, he fought the third restraining order she tried to put on him. He's been dealing with this. His mother died in his own home. He saw the body there. He couldn't pick it up. This is a lot of things, right? And he's been dealing with a highly volatile co-parenting situation. She was supposed to pick up the child. She decides, nope, I'm just going to go on vacation. He has to call off work. Most likely he's paying child support to her continuously. And if this is how she's willing to treat him, then you can rest assured she disrespects him every chance that she can get. There's a lot here.
I obey the court order. I went and filed a
You the other person?
No,
Okay.
that's my sister. The paperwork is right there. Look at the report. The court papers, everything says she's supposed to get her Sunday at 10. She didn't. She was out of town.
Can we go over to our vehicle?
No, I need a moment. Y'all tased the shit out of me. For what?
We got medical on the way.
That's why you want to be more comfortable sitting.
I'm good. I'm standing.
You're
We're not
standing
going
right there.
anywhere to a supervisor anyway. So if you sit
Thank
down,
you, sweetie. Look at that.
If somebody's, no, I'm saying if you sit in the car and supervisor's coming anyway, we're not
But
what's
look,
going on.
look what it says. 10 a.m. Sunday. She didn't.
Yeah, I got it.
And they come over here to arrest me because she violates the order. I asked her, I showed these officers. My mother died on the 15th. I asked her, could I get my daughter so I wouldn't be alone? She said, I'm sticking to the court order. And then she goes out of town. Don't it say 10 a.m. on Sunday? But y'all want to arrest me. They want to arrest me, but they just sat here and read everything. They just sat here and read it all. And then turn around and say, well, you're right, and she did violate it. What the is wrong with y'all here?
4030, calling instant notification.
I get tased for not going to jail because all I did was obey the court order. She disobeyed the court order. She comes here and they come right to my house, but they didn't go put out to arrest her.
Unfortunate.
No, fuck no. I'm not medical no more. I'm just getting my brother right there a break.
Yeah, your brother, huh?
Get your band. You my brother too.
Apparently not. Everything is in right though, right there. I didn't violate anything. I had to take off work to keep my daughter because she wanted to go out of town or something. I did everything I was supposed to do. She comes back and then they come to my house. But when I filed the report, they didn't put out a arrest warrant for her. They didn't do nothing to her. Wisconsin state.
I got a question real quick. Can you get arrested for not picking up your child when you were supposed to pick him up? That would make sense, right? Because let's just say no one was available. For example, if the dad had a flight and he flew off out of state, now the child has nobody there to take care of him. In that situation, the child now is in danger, right? No guardian. Miss Coffee, real quick, I just want to know, he says Wisconsin. In the state of Wisconsin, could you get in trouble for not picking up your child when you were supposed to pick him up? Because I'm thinking there is a possibility that child might be in danger. Does that happen? And I'm assuming it's less likely. It's more likely that somebody gets arrested for not giving up the child. I can assume that. But is it possible to get arrested for not picking up your child when you're supposed to pick that child up. The chances of that happening in Wisconsin.
You're asking a very sharp question. And yes, the answer is yes. It is possible in Wisconsin to face criminal consequences under certain circumstances for custody order violations, but no, it's not always straightforward or automatic, especially for merely not showing up to pick up a child. Here's a breakdown to help you assess the situation responsibly. What Wisconsin law does allow. A parent or other person. SS 948.3. A parent or other person who intentionally causes a child to leave, takes a child away, or withholds a child for more than 12 hours beyond the court-approved placement, visitation period, without the consent of the legal custodian, may be guilty of a Class 1 felony. The law also provides an affirmative defense if the action was taken because the parent reasonably believed the child was in physical or sexual danger. For visitations, pickups, legal guides note that failing to drop off or pick up a child as outlined in the order may be considered a violation of the visitation order. What isn't guaranteed? Simply missing a pickup or drop-off doesn't automatically equal criminal interference under Section 948.31. The law speaks to intentional taking, leaving with, or withholding beyond the allotted period without consent, and with the purpose to deprive another of custody rights.
Okay, so obviously there's more emphasis on withholding a child, as expected.
Rights. Wisconsin State Law Library. If the order wasn't clear, for example, where, when, how handoff is to happen, or if no court order exists, police may have no basis to enforce via arrest. Legal commentary says, absent a child custody order, enforcement is difficult. Police often enforce the last valid court order, not what seems fair. So even if one parent believes the other is at fault, unless police have a clear order paperwork, they may not arrest. You should be very aware that failing to comply with a custodial or visitation order in Wisconsin can lead to criminal exposure. But it's not automatic simply because a pickup didn't happen. The determining factors include: was there a clear court order specifying the time, place of pickup? Did one parent intentionally hold back the child or prevent the other from having placement? Was it over 12 hours beyond the court-approved time or without consent? Did the withholding appear to be a purpose to deprive the other parent of custody? Did the parent believe the child was in danger, which may make it lawful? So yes, the scenario you described could result in an arrest or charges under the statute. But more commonly, the remedy is a motion in family court to enforce the order or hold the other parent in contempt, rather than immediate arrest.
Yeah, makes sense.
Oh yeah, I got the cameras.
What she's saying, they just called him today and told him he needs to give her the baby. That she's been out of town all this time. She came back today.
She came back today. She came back today, and all of a sudden they at my house. This makes no sense. And I went and reported it. They go to papers. Right there, I found it. They say you gotta wait 12 hours. So guess what? I wouldn't bring my daughter out at 10 o'clock at night. I went down there Monday morning and filed. She got back today. And then all of a sudden they on my door. Thank you. You see it, the court order says 10 a.m. on Sunday. She didn't come. How the they coming for me? Oh, we got a nice lawsuit here.
Eventually, a supervisor and medics arrived to check Bobby out. And though the officers had previously spent 10 minutes in their cruiser, allegedly to call a supervisor, when their supervisor arrived on scene, he questioned the legitimacy of the arrest.
What was the circumstances like? Why you guys have these force?
So we told her that we need a child. He said, no, I'm not. I refuse to give her. And my daughter, then you're going to be arrested. He goes,
For what?
For
Interference.
interference.
Okay. How long ago did mom report that she was refusing to give back?
She tried yesterday, and she tried today. Day shift kind of blew this off, and that's why we're dealing with it.
Okay. All right. Yeah, because I know there's
This is one that Daniel was talking to you about.
Yeah, I know, and it's like supposedly like they wrote up charges against her, but then there's no warrants or anything like that. And so
I guess the charges against her are not valid because they would have put it up for child abandonment.
Right.
When it's not the
I mean,
case.
it's more of a civil thing than anything with the regards to this whole kid thing.
Yeah.
Me
So
personally,
as soon as I told him that we're going to be arrested, he said, I'm going to fight you. He goes, you're not touching me. I will fight you. And as soon as I grabbed his hand, he started pulling away. And then he started to tense up his arm and make something with his fist. So at that point, I tried to decentralize him, put him to the ground. He's falling there.
yeah, he's gonna have to go on. Being affected, the circumstances. So, okay. Well, yeah, I mean, as far as the position goes, I think you guys are justified with regard to that. That whether or not he could have necessarily been arrested, it's, questionable, just in the fact that, seeing as how this whole thing is more like a, I don't know, is that the mom over there, or?
No, I don't know who that
Does
is.
she actually, have you guys actually talked to her yet, or?
No,
That's
Daniel did.
sis.
This is everything that's Daniel's handling.
She's at the front desk or something like that.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing, if he refused to give up the kids, you can't necessarily force him to give up the kids. It's just something where it's okay, then what we do is we go back and we can't write up an interference in child custody. But more than likely, what ends up happening is that it becomes something where it's just like an order and then they let the court handle it. But, let's see that here or there. I don't know.
This is Daniel's case.
Yeah, no.
He said that he's got an EC1 for the.
Okay, so you guys are going to figure that out based on Daniel's investigation.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what the circumstances are of the, child custody thing. Because then it goes into depending on the placement, depending on so. But yeah. Either way. But so he basically, you went to go put hands on, he pulls away and starts dancing off.
Multiple times.
He stated he was gonna fight us.
Okay. And then indicated he was gonna fight.
And at which point he was also trying to go back inside his house. And at which point I deployed the taser.
Okay.
To bring him.
And is that what got him on the
Yeah, I told him multiple times.
As I was taking him to the ground.
Okay.
All right. Going back.
You're recording.
All right. Well.
Why would he say you're recording? Why would he point that out? Because sounds like they're trying to hide something.
About 8 minutes later, Bobby's family arrives on scene and questions the arrest. And suddenly, the officers don't want to talk about it.
So there's an issue going on.
This come pick Jada up, and then she called the police today, and then they come to my house talking about taking her.
For what?
She the one violated the court order.
So why he in cuffs?
I wasn't here for that.
And they got the paperwork in their hand that says she violated, even these said she violated the court order.
Ask to speak to the lieutenant, because why they got you in cuffs? You ain't did nothing wrong, and they tased you?
We have a supervisor here.
Yeah, what's this about? Where's Jada?
In the house.
She by herself?
No, a Joyce in there.
The hell? They tased them. All because Jada mama violated the court order, then come and get her.
Tased him because he was fighting with the officers. So,
No, when I told them they were not taking my
So
door.
when officers, tell them that you're being taken into custody and they put their hands on you to take you into custody and you start pulling away and fighting.
What was the reason why was they taking them into custody when he got the paperwork to show
Is
y'all
that something we're not going to talk about now?
That's going
It's a family
to the
issue.
court aspect and then the investigation of the officer that's investigating that. But it's
when I'm trying to understand, why is he in cuffs if he...
interference in child custody. So that's going into.
So if she violated the order, how was he...
But we're not going to go through that right now, ma'am. I'm Officer Barabino, District 7.
Well, I'll explain. I mean, it's
Okay,
it's simple,
no,
it's
you
simple
can walk away at
explaining.
this point.
So
Thank
when
you.
it comes to a child custody issue, somebody not picking up the kids, that's going into the realm of the court deals with that. That's not a criminal offense.
Right.
Okay. So
Everybody become lawyers.
Anything come to the lawyer, it's called common sense.
Not you.
You ain't talking about this either.
Bobby was taken to the hospital and then booked into jail on charges of resisting arrest and felony interference with custody by parent or others. He spent 4 days in jail before being released on a $1,500 bond. The felony charge of interference was dropped, and Bobby proceeded to trial to fight the resisting arrest charge. The court found him guilty in early October of 2025. This encounter makes a few things clear. First is that officers will make arrests, even if they don't believe that the law is ethical, or that you're guilty of violating it. Second is that you should never answer your door to engage in a consensual, police-initiated encounter without an attorney. In most cases, they are not there to help you, and if they can come inside your home, they will. Let me know what you think of this encounter in the comments down below.
Let's check out some of these comments. Top comment here says, first mistake was stepping outside that gate. Yeah. Here's somebody else who says, second mistake was believing they would do the right thing. They followed orders, period. Here's somebody else who says, that's exactly what I was going to say. Here's somebody else who added, courts are corrupt too. It's not just the cops. This person here says absolutely. Another person here added it's all government. And somebody else here says you did everything right, but we still have to arrest you, American cops. And somebody else who says, yeah, they kept repeating that, and yet they still tased this man and arrested him. You did nothing wrong, sir, but if we don't do what we tell you, then we are arresting you. The fact the officer says we would have done it the right way after being asked, what would you do for your child, is bullshit. They both said you're doing the right thing, but you have to, keeps on going here, give your daughter to us. Of course, guys, curious to know, what do you think? Hey, guys, as always, I appreciate you for checking out yet another episode of the Coffee Pod. To my currently engaged or soon to be married men, if you need a prenup and would like a guide that shows you how to get a solid and legally binding prenuptial agreement, hit the link pinned to the top of the comment section and access your guide at fathershaverights.com today.